Hello guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is me here, Private Hire Mike, on a lovely Saturday afternoon. I'm out here in Banstead in Surrey, just on a little break at the moment. And in today's video guys, I wanted to discuss the new Trip Radar feature that Uber have rolled out for drivers. So basically, what is this Trip Radar all about? Essentially, instead of getting those individual trip requests that you once used to get as a driver, Uber now essentially give you a list of several jobs that you can look at once, and these are generally jobs that other drivers did not want to take, so they've basically posted it out there for other drivers to have a look at. So first and foremost, let me just talk about what are the downsides of this Trip Radar. I think one of the downsides to it is that you actually have to be in the app itself to look at the jobs, whereas before jobs would just ping up on your screen and you would be able to see it quickly. Now you actually have to go into the app and scroll through the jobs to see them. This means that you're constantly having to park up and check your phone, and on top of that as well, you have to be fast on the buttons because these Trip Radar jobs are being offered to other drivers as well. So it's pretty much fastest fingers first. Another thing that is a negative of this Trip Radar is a lot of the jobs are far away. It's quite frustrating when you see a job on the Trip Radar that looks pretty good in terms of where it's going, the mileage, the price, but then you realise you've got to drive about 3 miles to get there. That's actually happened to me a few times, and actually some of the jobs I ended up doing them because they had quite a bit of mileage on them and it was a nice run. But then there are other ones which are silly, such as say £7.60 and the job's like 2 miles away. Offer it to a driver who is closer by. Now let me talk about the benefits of the Trip Radar system. One of the benefits is you no longer have to wait for that great job to come in. Sometimes, for example, they could send you a batch of 3 or 4 together, and within that there's going to be one job that you're going to like. So what Uber used to do is they'd have a batch of jobs and they would feed them out to each individual driver, and if one driver didn't accept it, then they would feed it to another, and if that driver didn't want it, they'd feed it to another. But what that essentially does is wastes a lot of time, especially if drivers aren't accepting rides. So instead what they've done is they now offered it to a multitude of drivers all at once on the Trip Radar, and then it's essentially a case of who likes it fastest fingers first. So in a way it's there to get rides accepted quicker for customers, so that customers can go to where they're going quicker and drivers can make their money quicker. So I do see the benefit of it there. Another thing that I'd like to add with this Trip Radar system is they have something called exclusive. So when a job pops up and it says exclusive, it means that the job is only being offered to you. So it's essentially like the old school system of when you are getting a job just on your app itself. So guys, from my personal experience alone, I feel like the Trip Radar is a mixed bag. So it does offer more flexibility and choice, but on the other side, it can be quite distracting to have to keep scrolling through your app, looking at all these jobs, and also the ping is not very loud either. Another frustrating thing with it is some of the radar jobs are very low price and they're also quite far away. I think the better thing would be offer the lower price jobs as just exclusive rather than having them on the radar. I think radar jobs should be no more than 2 miles away and should be at least £10 and above. The very small ones, just flash them up on the driver screen because a lot of drivers are happy to just do a quick local job. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know what you think about the Trip Radar down below in the comment section. Let me know if you've tried it. And if you found this video useful, do hit the thumbs up button as it does help me out on the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you in another video from myself, Private Hire Mike. Be safe out there on the roads and earn lots of money. See you in the next one.